Good morning, students, and so continuation of the subtopic. And yesterday we have dealt the continuous topic, and that is Kaisanur forest disease. Okay, so this Kaisanur forest disease is also mentioned as a KFD as a abbreviation. Okay, so first we'll be dealing with the what is the history regarding of an Kaisanur forest diseases. Okay, so they are saying that this KFD is a febrile disease. So febrile disease means the occurrence of the fever. Okay, so associated with some of the hemorrhage and which was caused by the Kaisanur forest disease virus. Okay, and these virus, and it was belongs to the family of arbovirus and the flavivirus, so which was mostly transmitted by the bite of ticks mostly. Okay, so when the ticks bite of certain man or by the any other type of animals, and whenever we are contacted with that kind of animals, and it is going to be transmitted through this kind of an virus. Okay, so here they are saying that the history regarding of this overall, so Kaisanur forest disease means first it was recognized in the year 1957 in Shimonga, so in Karnataka state. So it has been described and identified. So where they have identified means, so they have identified in a monkey. Okay, so that it is going to be indicated like a monkey diseases. So mostly previously, so whenever we are taking off a category of these kind of Kaisanur virus, and where the monkey's death rate is only a more. So overall, according to that, and they have reported the cases that 400 to 500 cases occurs in every year in a Karnataka. So they had described that the death of the monkeys is also going to be mostly in a Karnataka states, and from that this Kaisanur forest virus is going to be transmitted. So epidemiology determinants. So whenever you are dealing with epidemiological determinants, and we are going to deal with the three kinds, that is agents, and second one is host and reservoir or vector or environment. Okay, so host factor and also the transmission. So in detail we will be discussing regarding of the agent. So agent means whatever the microorganism. Okay, so the simple meaning of agent is what, and what is the cause of the transmission of this virus. So already we discussed that what is a virus, flavivirus. Okay, so that is a group belongs to the Toga viruses. So that is mostly transmitted by what, the tick-borne flaviviruses. So what is the host and the reservoir means where this virus is going to be stays. So mostly this type of virus is going to be stays in a mammals, like for example rats, some of the squirrels, birds, bats. Okay, so mostly monkeys is only recognized with this kind of the category of risk factors. Okay, so monkeys is also going to be most of the host of the virus which is causing this kind of virus. Okay, so vector. Okay, so what do you mean by vector means what, from which process and it is going to be transmit the infection. So already I discussed what is the species, that tick-borne diseases. So some of the ticks. Okay, so from that only they are going to transmit the infections. Okay, and some of the ticks category of the family, there are 15 species of hard ticks of is there. So in that they have discussed some of the genus ticks, that is so Haemophilus. Okay, and Haemophilus spenangera and the Haemophilus tachura. Okay, so these are the transmitters of the disease which causing the Kaisanur virus forest diseases. And mostly whenever you are taking of these from monkeys only, so from the human beings it is going to be transmitted. Okay, from monkeys, whenever they are contact with the monkeys, and the human beings so is going to be categorize these kinds of infections. And whenever you are seeing that, and mostly so the drier months, like for example that the January to June. Okay, so these months and these kind of vectors is going to be gross. Okay, and where this tick is going to be in the stage of a nymphal activity of the ticks, means nymphal nothing else but first. Okay, the tick will be laying the eggs. Okay, so later the category of the larva formation, and later the category of the nymphal. Okay, so that growth period is called, the third cycle of the growth period is called as a nifl. Okay, so that is regarding of the vectors. And so next we'll see the host factors. So in the host factors, and which age groups and which occupation is mostly so situated. So when we're coming to the category of the age and overall, so 20 to 40 years of age, between these groups only they are going to get the infections. And gender means, and mostly, so the males than in females they are going to attack. So comparing with the activity, so the mostly the cultivators, the farmers, like for example cattle and cutting woods, and these the people who are working in a forestry areas, so that people are going to get these kind of host factors. And human activities means, and mostly, so in the areas of the January to till June, and the rainy seasons, and where the infection is mostly transmitted. And what is the mode of transmission? So already we discussed that, and the transmission cycle is what the monkeys and the ticks is going to be transmitted, these kind of the transmission of infection. Okay, and whenever the infected ticks, when it will be there means whenever it is in the stage of nymphal stage. So already we discussed that what is a nymphal stage. First the tick will give the egg, and the egg is going to be form the larva, and the third cycle is a nymphal stage. Okay, so man to man, there is no evidence of man to man transmission, but only for the monkeys or the ticks is going to be transmit these kind of the infection. So what is the incubation period? Means incubation period means what? So once the tick has bitten, okay, so what is going to be there here means they are going to estimate the infection, that is 3 to 8 days, and they are going to so reveal these kind of symptoms of the Kaizenor forest diseases. So what are the clinical manifestations they will be having whenever the infection has started? Okay, so first already we discussed that it's a febrile infection. So febrile means the fever, okay, and some headache will be there, myalgia means the weakness, okay, and with prostration in some patients means agitation will be there. Okay, and from acute phase about 2 weeks, and it is going to be stages like gastrointestinal disturbance will be there, hemorrhages from the nose, gums, stomach, and intestines may occur in severe cases. Okay, so these are the clinical manifestations, and some other that, and whenever the febrile period goes to 7 to 21 days, and that it may lead to meningoencephalitis. Okay, so inflammation of the so cerebrum and the brain, and headache, and neck stiffness will be there with this kind of disease, and tremors. Okay, so continuous momentum of the hands on the legs will be there, and abnormal reflexes will be there, means momentum of your legs, hands, head, that one, and mental disturbances, mood disorders will be there, mania, depression, schizophrenia, so this kind of disturbance will be there. And next, okay, so already I discussed that one. See, first, so the adult tick is going to be form the egg, and it is going to be changes into the larva form, and after that so nymph form. So in this stage, and it is going to be transmit the infection from one person to other person. So whenever so either larva or the nymphal stage, and it is going to be activate, transmitted through the rat or the monkeys. Okay, and later, and whenever the human being so is contact with the so rats or the monkeys, and they are going to transmit the infection to the organisms, or directly it is going to be transmitted to the animals, or maybe the humans who are close contact with the woods, okay, the forestry areas. So in that way the Kaizenor forest disease infection is going to be transmitted. Okay, and next one is a diagnosis, and how we are going to make the diagnosis with the so 2 tests, that is ELISA test and the polymerase chain reaction. So with these 2 tests they are going to perform the conditions. And what is the treatment you can give here means, so early hospitalization is very important, and supportive therapy is very important. So supportive therapy includes what? The hydration, means the continuation of the IV fluid, and precautions has to be taken, and in the hemorrhagic stages, and no vaccines are available with these kind of Kaizenor forest diseases. And how you can control means the tick-borne diseases you can control whenever you are controlling the ticks, and you can undertake the control of tick-borne diseases. Okay, and Like for example, like ticks in the forest application can be made by power equipment, by aircrafts, mountain equipment. Okay, like for example, like taking a treatment like so carbel and fenction nailed or the propoxyl. Okay, so at 2.2 kgs of active ingredient per hectare you have to take, means nothing else but so these type of an ingredients you have to make out. Okay, so in order to avoid these kind of tick diseases. Okay, and some repellents, insect repellents you have to make, and protective clothing. Protective clothing means the full sleeve, okay, sleeve cloth you have to make, and you have to make a health education regarding of the, so you have to make a health education regarding of this Kaiserner forest disease and how you have to make a prevention. Okay,